in the region, German reporter Billy Six is being held in Venezuela. The German Foreign Ministry has confirmed. Venezuelan rights group says Mr. Six, a 32-year-old, has been charged with espionage and rebellion. Relatives say he was arrested more than 3 weeks ago while reporting on Venezuela's economic crisis and the mass migration it has triggered. Diplomatic officials have reportedly not been allowed to see him. It is not the first time Mr. Six has been detained. In December 2012, he was arrested by the Syrian army for entering the country illegally and held for 3 months before being released. And in international news, protests have broken out in Hungary after the country's parliament passed new labor laws, which have been labeled slave labor by opponents. The new labor law passed means companies can demand up to 400 hours of overtime a year and delayed payment for the overtime worked for 3 years. The Hungarian government argues that the labor reform will benefit workers as well as companies who need to fill a labor shortage, but the country's trade union and political opposition disagrees. Police used tear gas against crowds on the steps of Parliament building on Wednesday night as crowds gathered. They were also angry over a second vote to create a new system of administrative courts controlled by the Minister of Justice, which critics fear will not be independent. And finally, a 20-year-old man has drowned while being baptized by a pastor in a river south of Ghana's capital, Accra. In a video circulating on social media, Yak Yermi is seen stationed at the banks of River Densu together with a pastor who immersed him in the water. Then after brief prayers, he was immersed a second time, but he did not emerge from the waters. Accra's Regional Police Command spokeswoman Afia Tenji said a junior pastor has been arrested at the scene while police are still searching for the head pastor of the church involved in the baptism. The drowning, which happened on Sunday, has led many people to question why a life should be lost during a religious ritual. The man's family is quoted by the local media saying that it does not blame anyone for the drowning. Police said the 20-year-old's body was in a mortuary and an autopsy is still needed to be done before it is given to the family for burial. Headline News, Baby Bacchus.
Thanks for watching Headline News. Leave a like or a comment below. And for updates on the latest news happening in Guyana, click the subscribe button.